So how many of you have already heard about Syria? So Syria has been for a long time unknown for many people. No one have heard a lot about Syria because it's in a different part of the world. But nowadays it's more in the news, and I'm sure that you've heard about Syria much, much more than any time before. Here we will see a map of the entire world. This was a large store. Here is America. And then, see this little boot? It's so little now in the whole map, but this is Italy, right? And remember the shape of Italy and the distance, so you can tell where is Syria. This is Italy. Remember how distant it was? And this is the Middle East, and here where I come from, Syria. So, and I am from Aleppo. So we have Damascus as the capital, but I'm from the north, from a very big city called Aleppo, and it's the most ancient city in the world. Like Damascus and Aleppo are both the most ancient city in the whole world. This is my city at night, and I love it so much. And I love this picture of it. And this is the citadel of Aleppo, which is 5,000 years. Now in Syria, there are many different religions, but the biggest ones are Christians and Islam. If you follow Islam, you are a Muslim, and I am a Muslim. And you can see those 4 pillars. They belong to a mosque, and just next to the mosque there is a church. And people would go sometimes to the mosque, and at the same time other people would go to the church, and they will socialize together after the service. And there was it would be a great time to see each other. This is my family, so I have 3 sisters. This is me and my sisters, and this is my mom. Here's my best friend. This is Angelina, you met her earlier, and those are Juju and Lulu. And as you can see that my friend and my mom in the previous picture, they wear the hijab, which is something that women might choose to wear if they are Muslims, and might choose not to wear, just like me, I don't wear it. This is my house in Aleppo, and this is my front door, and this is my daughter sitting in the guest room in the house. This is me and my daughter in the guest room. Here's Angelina sitting in a nice chair in another room in the house. So we had a beautiful house. We liked it so much, and we miss it. This is at work. I used to work in an insurance company as an underwriter, and it was nice. I had so many friends at work, and I loved my job. So you may notice that I have an accent. I'm not sure if it's a heavy accent or a light accent, but this is because I originally speak a different language. My language is, can you guess what language I do? Yeah? Arabic. Arabic, you're right. Oh, these are the Arabic writing, and we write from right to left. And we have the accents. And we learn, many people would learn English or French when they are very little, but they still have an accent because of the teacher we have. So I will say, hello, how are you today in Arabic? مرحبا, كيفكم اليوم? يلا, يلا حبيبي. We say yalla to say, let's do this, or let's go, yalla. Even though I have an accent and I speak a different language from you, you may also be surprised that we share a lot of things. So we share a lot of nice things that you enjoy and you have. We share lots of holidays that you celebrate. Can you guess what is the holiday coming here? Yes, it is Halloween. We just call it a different name. We call it Barbara, and it's Saint Barbara. There is a story of that. They celebrate it only in the Levant area, which is Syria, Jordan, Iraq, like just some countries there, but it's exactly like Halloween, and we will dress up, and some people would be scary. And how about this? Christmas. And we have Christmas decoration all over the country when it is Christmas. We would also go to Christmas parties, even if we are Muslims. And they come to our lunches, our dinners, when it is our holiday. We have 2 holidays. They are a holiday which is called Fitr after Ramadan, which is the fasting part, and we have another holiday called Adha, which is actually like a week ago, and it's the sacrifice that Abraham made. We also love doing ice skating. Do you ice skate? Yeah?
I can roll blade.
Oh, really?
I've been ice skating.
Yeah. We learned together. I didn't used to ice skate, but she didn't fall at all because she was little and fat, like a square. And we also have birthday parties, big ones, and we would go to other countries in our vacations also. We love animals. She was petting an elephant. She loves elephants. And this is Thailand, where we went on a summer vacation. And we also love to go to the sea. We have a beautiful city on the coast called Latakia. This is my sister's wedding. And I couldn't go to my sister's wedding because I was here. It happened recently. And I couldn't go because if I left the country here, I might not be able to come back. Syria now, as you may have heard, that is a dangerous place to live these days. There are groups of people who wants to take over the power. Everyone wants to have power, and no one is winning this war. It's been almost 5 years, and people are fighting. Most of what is happening really is that the people are getting killed or moving because they are scared. There is not any good development out of this, out of what is happening. Here's another map of Syria. And what can you see here? Birds are flying away, like immigration. Do you know why birds fly away or immigrate from a place to another? Yes?
They are leaving an inhospitable climate.
Right, they are leaving inhospitable climate. Exactly. This is what makes any creature, anyone, even humans, to immigrate from the country. And now you can see the birds and the people are leaving the country and also taking pieces out of them, because the country is not only a land, it's also the people who live in it. They are leaving because of inhospitable climate and lack of the basic human needs. There is lack of food, lack of water, lack of shelter. The houses might be affected by the war. Protection and safety is very low. Education has stopped in some places, while it's still dangerous to continue your education in other places. And electricity. Can you tell me what electricity gives us? Can you think, if we don't have electricity, what might not be available for us?
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning.
That might.
Heat. Yes?
Transportation.
Transportation might stop.
Entertainment.
Oh, entertainment. They stopped a long time ago. But exactly, laundry, washing dishes, because there is no hot water, because hot water comes with power or electricity.
Cooking.
No way to see what's going on around the world.
The what? Yeah, there is no way to, like, no internet, suddenly you cannot tell someone if you are safe or not. And also, the equipment in hospitals, it's a lot of things. And you may think it's doable to live without electricity, but it's not really doable without electricity. It's very hard, especially in winter. People can't know what to wish. To wish to winter to come because it's too hot and there is no air conditioning, or to wish for summer to come because it's too cold and there is no heat. I came here to the United States, your country, 3 years ago in 2012. We came here not knowing that we will stay here. We thought it's a vacation. So we did not bring our precious things, our toys, our books, anything. We didn't bring those pictures with us. We didn't have the pictures that I showed you. So, and my daughter left most of her belongings, toys. And it was hard to explain why she doesn't have toys here, while all the other kids have a lot of toys. So when I made the decision to stay here, my biggest concern was, can she go to school? And by the law, if we are visitors and not like legally staying here, then it is not okay for kids to go to school. But then eventually we went to Newton Public Schools and we took permission so she can attend school. Let me tell you, she was so excited that she can go to school. We were considering staying here even with no going to school, which was a horrible situation. So she was very excited to go to school. She was even more excited to carve her first pumpkin, Halloween pumpkin. I've never done it before. I thought it's very hard. It's not that hard. Can you tell what is this? It's a pajama. Have you been to a pajama party at school?
Yeah.
For her, this was her first pajama party. She was very shy to take off her clothes, her jacket. So she didn't. She attended the pajama party with her coat on. She thought it's not appropriate for other kids to see her pajama. For me, it was hard. I was scared. I felt anxious for myself and for Angelina and for my family back in Syria. I had a little money, but I didn't have a job. I didn't know if I will have a job, and I didn't know how to spend this money because I might not have more. We also didn't have a car, so we walked a lot, and this wasn't the case. It happened in Syria. Angelina walked a lot, and sometimes we were late for her play dates. But she was fine. She did very well. We had good friends who helped us along with many things. They invited us to their lovely house. This is a dinner we had with them. And also they invited us for Thanksgiving, which was very special to us. And I want to say that inviting us for a Thanksgiving dinner was so special. It was only a year and a half here, and we were invited to an American dinner, and we enjoyed it. We just felt special. It is very hard for someone who lives far away from their friends and community. Here's my sister and her family, and we stayed with them for a year. And after that, I was able to get a job permission, like a work permission, and I started working in a furniture place. It is not what I used to do, but it was good enough. And now I'm working in a big insurance company, and I'm doing the same thing that I did back home, which makes me feel much, much better. Now we have a car, and we like it so much. And I have to tell you before we go ahead, I want to tell you something. Have you ever thought about your jackets? I love my jackets because I spent one winter without my jackets. Angelina was growing, and I had no money. So I thought I will spend the money on her stuff. She's going to school. I'm not doing much things. So she was fine. She got all that she can get, maybe. And I survived with one jacket, light jacket. Everyone was like, oh my God, this is Boston, it's not Syria. But it was okay until someone was generous enough to bring some stuff of mine. And I asked Angelina, what do you want to bring from Syria? And she said, my room. And I told her, I can't bring you your room, you have to choose things. And this is when she chose some pictures, she chose some toys, and I chose some winter clothes, and then it felt better. But I'm glad that I spent one winter without my jackets, because if I hadn't do that, I would never know what does a jacket mean. And I would like, if you think about it, think about your jackets. It's very important. So just to let you know, we met so many friends, and very helpful friends who kept us. Some of them helped us with finding a job, some of them helped us finding a house, and some of them gave us company and comfort, which we needed, because all my family was all over the world. I have a sister with her family in Italy right now. I have another sister in Germany. And I have one sister, which we are lucky to have, in Boston. My mom is hopping among the sisters from city to city. And we just always miss Syria. We saw Syria as jasmine, because we see this flower all over the country. And Angelina would always say, oh, I remember this. This was in Syria, right? And this shows you how we are trying to take Syria with us all the time. I just want you to know, language is is a huge barrier for immigrants. I'm lucky that I have the language, but Angelina came here, she didn't know just how to speak any English. She used to speak Arabic and French. She went to school in 6 months. She was okay. And they had a very little conversation because she did not speak English. If you are annoyed a little bit that some people can't tell what they want to tell, just remember that they are trying to do their best. They are also anxious. This is the words that they know. Maybe it's a good way if you think, oh, maybe if I were then in their country, what language how many words can I speak in their language? And just try to give them some comfort, or like a smile. A smile is a good thing to give anyone who left home.